to Where Are We Eating, episode 2. I'm Kaya.
I'm Kira.
And this is Kira. We're back with another story time. Another fun. I'm very distracted by your hat, Kira.
You're welcome. It's a wonderful hat, and it's
Yes.
very fitting for this situation.
It is. Can you describe it for the audio listeners?
So it's a little red chef hat, which I bought on Amazon, and it's on my head currently. Wonderful place for it to be.
I do have a very important question to ask. Is there, by any chance, any type of woodland creature inside controlling your movements?
Um, Not anymore. Sorry, I slapped my head, thus killing any woodland creature. No, there's been no creature. I got it originally when I was in therapy to motivate me into cooking because I felt like it would make me feel like the Swedish chef. I have not cooked a lot since then, but I now own this hat.
Well, dress for the job you want. It's always important advice. You're halfway there.
I wear this in the office all the time.
Oh, perfect. Keeps your head dry in the rain.
Yep.
You know, keeps your hair in place.
Make sure people don't actually ask me tax questions at my job.
Yes, very important. Very important to avoid the questions that are directly related to the job.
Yeah.
I do that a lot as well. I mostly scurry away or wear brightly colored pants. Both are pretty distracting from those types of questions.
Wonderful. As it should be.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, story time. Kira.
Yes.
What do you know about the history of marshmallows?
I learned something recently. I don't remember what it was that I learned, but I learned that it's like a natural product, which feels wrong.
Mm-hmm. You are correct. It is originally from a plant. In fact, the plant is called a marshmallow. And yeah, it's not something that you would expect because it is a pillow of sugar, is what we know of it. We know it to be now. So, the first recorded use of this marshmallow plant was 4,000 years ago in 2000 BCE. Do you want to guess where?
Egypt.
Who's doing stuff that far back and writing it down? Egypt. You got it.
Yeah.
On the nail.
That's
nail
what's
on
up.
the head. There you go. Yeah. Gold star. So, 4,000 years ago, marshmallow. It's a very common plant. Here's a little illustration of it for the audio listeners. It's a white plant with, or it's green. Obviously, the plant is green. The flowers are white. They're kind of like a 5-petal, kind of similar to like a cherry blossom, but a little bit bigger. So the plant itself, from root to tip, is usable, edible. The Egyptians, however, made use of a sap that can be extracted from it. You boil it down, and the sap that comes out is gelatinous, but they would use it as a cough suppressant. And like they used it medicinally for sore throats, to suppress coughs. It also coats the stomach, so it was for like upset stomachs as well. It was basically like 7-Up, Viper Rub, fixes everything. There's a little bit of that. Mm-hmm. So, moving through the ages, we come to It was a popular ingredient in Rome for the Romans. The Roman Empire was everywhere. So in the Roman Empire, it was a popular ingredient, a popular dish. The whole that they made use of the whole thing. They cooked the whole plant, not just using the gummy sap.
Oh.
And then there's also a story which is unsubstantiated. It wasn't on Wikipedia, but there was no reference to it. That in Syria, there was a great famine that the people survived because of eating marshmallow plant. I don't know if that's true. I couldn't find anything to say it was other than someone who wrote it on Wikipedia. But I mean, it's a nice story, nice legend. Well, not nice that they had a famine, but nice that they were able to survive because of a yummy plant, apparently. A yummy
If you're
vegetable,
gonna,
an herb,
yeah, if you're gonna
if you
start a
will.
rumor, it might as well be a cool one. And I think that's a cool one.
Yeah, I think that's a fun rumor to spread. I agree. So Syria was saved by the marshmallow plant. That's what we're saying now. Are we
Wonderful.
putting our names to that?
Yes, yes.
Okay. There we go. Thank you, Wikipedia. Okay, so we move it forward a few hundred years, and we get to 1800s France. The French, if they're known for anything, it's their cuisine. Well, they're known for a few things, but we're talking about food. So they're known for their cuisine.
Mm-hmm.
And the Frenchman who got a hold of the marshmallow followed the wise advice of, I think, the philosopher who came after them, but I'm going to say they followed her advice. The wise philosopher of Mary Poppins, who said, a spoonful of sugar makes medicine go down.
You got
In the
that
most
right.
delightful way. So, what did they do with the marshmallow? This life-saving, this cure-all, not necessarily cure, but soothe-all ingredient that is delicious, used a delicacy in the Roman Empire, but also soothes sore throats, helps you stop coughing, makes your tummy feel better. They threw it in sugar.
Mm,
So
as
they
they should.
created. I don't know how to say this. Let me find. I asked my friend Melissa, who is from France, how to say this. She sent me a voice note. They created. It's like a meringue.
Mm-hmm.
So if you like whipped egg whites with a lot of sugar, but they called it this.
Pâte de guimauve. Pâte de guimauve. Pâte de guimauve.
Pâte de
Wonderful.
guimauve. Thank you, Melissa. K-Drama Attitude on Instagram. Follow her. She's hilarious. Anyways, so they created pâte de guimauve, which was like a meringue. It was egg whites, sugar, water, and the marshmallow sap gel whipped up, and then they dried it in bars. So that basically became like an old-timey cough drop. People would suck
Oh.
on it. It was yummy. It was sweet, but also had the marshmallow in it. That was part of the binder that helped it set to the shape, but also
Mm-hmm.
soothed sore throats, suppressed coughs, lined the stomach of your lined your stomach if you were having
Line the
stomach
stomach of your
issues.
stomach.
Line line the stomach of the issues. Swap that around, and so then it became a popular treat and remedy in France in the 1800s. But then they were thinking, this is so good, we wish it was a little less herbal. So they took the marshmallow out and it maintained, it's just stayed a sweet treat. Which, I mean, I eat candy more than I eat cough drops, so that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like a good move. So If we move it forward, oh, do you have a question?
Wait. Okay, so that sweet treat isn't what we call marshmallows, right?
No, not yet.
Oh, thank God. Okay, continue.
It's it's close. Why?
Because you just said they took the marshmallow out of the marshmallows, if that was the case.
Yeah, no. Well, yes, they're marshmallow in the botanical sense no longer is a part of our story. That is where it ends. It ends in 1800s France. It is still it is still a plant. It's still around. It's popular in foraging guides, which I did find apparently are a thing. But no, there's no actual remnants of the plant in the current iteration.
So you're telling
Yes?
me, you're looking me in the
Mm-hmm.
eye through this podcast, many miles
Yes.
away, that marshmallows are not marshmallow.
Marshmallows are named after what they used to be. They're yeah. There's no marshmallow in marshmallows.
I have feelings. I don't know how to describe them.
Um okay. Are is it betrayal? Is
I
it
was about to say betrayal.
befuddlement? Okay, I saw it on
Okay.
your face. Yeah. I could see that. It's naming interloper after the original, an imposter after,
Yeah, yeah. Keep going with your story. Keep going with your story, and then I'll get to my thoughts.
Okay, that's fine. So confectioners in the 1800s, they would make it in their shops, but then, of course, it came to America, as sweet things typically do. And in the 1950s, Alex Dumac, don't know how to say it. Very sorry, sir. Created this system of tubes to extrude the batter? No, not batter. Mixture. He
Ah,
created the tubes and process to extrude the mixture so that way it was into ropes instead of bars, like the lozenges that they made in France,
hmm.
which is why marshmallows now are cylindrical if you buy them at the store
Oh.
because
Hmm.
the process is the same. I mean, I'm sure it's more efficient now and they make thousands of pounds of marshmallows a day because of this system that was created in the 1950s, this process. Um, and because there's no more actual marshmallow, which if we remember from ancient Egypt, had kind of like a gummy, gelatinous texture, which
Hmm.
in 1800s France helped set the marshmallow into its form. They took that out and they added gelatin.
Ah.
So, some hooves, some gelatin is what is in modern marshmallows, not the plant marshmallow that it is named after. So once it came to America, it became very popular, and they were making thousands of pounds a day. But nobody eats that many marshmallows, just like as is. So there were campaigns of what to do with all of these marshmallows. So now in our modern day, there's s'mores, there's Rice Krispie treats, there's sweet potato pie. All of these things were essentially marketing. They were created for marketing to sell marshmallows. But I mean, they're great. It was a great idea.
It's true.
And that is where marshmallows come from. They started as a cough remedy for kids doing their hieroglyphic homework, and now we roast them, we toast them, we mix them with Rice Krispies, and they have no nutritional or medicinal value. Thank you.
You're welcome. I roller coaster of emotions. What we call today now
Yeah.
marshmallow. I do love.
Yes.
I think they're delicious.
Yes.
Slap that in hot
Yeah,
chocolate.
they are.
Eat them whole. Delicious.
Yeah. Yep. Fun
However,
way to get your sugar.
I feel lied to. I
Mm.
feel betrayed.
Understandable.
I feel bad for the original herb.
Yeah. She did nothing wrong.
This is
All
like,
she
yeah,
was herbaceous.
yeah, like this reminds me of Nikola Tesla.
How so?
He gets played while he's alive.
Ah.
1800 gets played when he's alive,
Mm-hmm.
and now we're up here, and we got Tesla the company stealing a
Yep.
man's name.
Yep. Yeah.
Marshmallows the
The
Tesla of the
greats,
food
they're not
world.
appreciated in their own time. What?
I said
Sorry, I was talking over you.
marshmallow.
What was that?
I said marshmallows the Tesla of the food world. Not only
Marshmallows, the Tesla of the food world.
unappreciated
Yes.
in their own time, but kind of
Mm-hmm.
being stolen from us now. Granted, I do love those marshmallows that we got out. Like, not, what am I supposed to call them? I feel wrong.
They're 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 called you should just continue to call them marshmallows. No one will know what you mean if you call them by anything else.
Well, not until I rant to them for about 20 minutes about the history of marshmallow.
It is a great conversation starter. You should just immediately play this episode, put it right in their ears, and say, listen to this, and then we're going to talk about it.
100%.
Just so you're prepared.
100%.
This is your homework. Now is the time to do it.
You know, it's fall. I will be heating up some abuelita hot chocolate soon. And when I'm
Yes.
getting my marshmallow on, I'm going to turn to whoever's next to me and tell them that this is a lie. Not abuelita hot chocolate.
There's
She's
not
never
even
wrong.
any marshmallow in this.
Yeah, there's not even any marshmallow. It's just mallow.
It's just
Where's
mallow.
the marsh? There's no marsh in it.
The marsh has been removed. Yeah. So also, the plant is called a marshmallow because it is indigenous to marshy areas. It's technically called the common mallow, but it's colloquially the marshmallow because it's found in marshes. So it's her
So
nickname,
they literally took the
marshmallow.
marsh out of the marshmallow.
They they literally took the marsh out of it. Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
Amazing. Delicious, but amazing.
Yep.
Bold.
Yep. So my little follow up to this fun story that unfortunately invoked rage in you. Apologies. I made marshmallows
Oh,
at home. For
oh
the listeners
my
at
God.
home, I'm showing her a marshmallow YouTube Instagram or YouTube influencer style, putting my hand behind it and everything.
Oh,
I
snap.
did overcook the sugar, so they are a little harder than they should be, but they are closer to commercial marshmallows than I think last time, because this is the second time I made them. The first time I made them, they were very moist. Sorry to use the word moist, but they were. And I think it's because I underwhipped them. This time I overcooked them. It's fine. I'll get them. I'll get them next time. Third time's the charm. But as I was making them, it added a little bit of context to the 1800s part of the story. Not the removal of the marshmallow, which was so offensive to you, but the creation of the pat du kumov.
Pâte de guimauve.
Pat to Kimov, um, because the whipping of the sugar syrup, you melt the sugar into a syrup, then you put it into modern day, put it into a stand mixer. Patsugimov.
De qui
Patsugimov.
m'en veut. Pâte de guimauve.
I guess you have to play it all the way through. Okay, so the hand mixer was created after that. So this means they made it by hand, which they were whipping. These dudes must have been jacked.
The
This sheer upper
forearm.
body strength needed to create this. Insane. As I was watching my stand mixer go, I started thinking about it, like, because it's going a good speed. It's not on slow, just kind of like stirring it gingerly. It's going, it's whipping, it's getting the air into the mixture. As I don't
Yeah.
know, I don't know how they did it. Which, I mean, it's kind of just like, how did any old timey person do anything? It's all impressive, but like, and then it also made me think of Beauty and the Beast, the baker. I mean, I feel like he could have
Yes.
taken Gaston. Gaston was all looks. These guys, the confectioners, if they were making this stuff, like, Gaston had nothing on them. Was my
For
thought
real.
process. What do you think?
You know what? At least I know for a fact his forearms couldn't take their forearms. Because when I was doing that little spinny thing right
Not
here, would have killed me if I kept going.
yeah. Yeah, so I've tried to whip cream by hand, like with a whisk. It was ill advised, but I tried it. It was hard and it took a long time. My arms were very tired. I had to switch back and forth. But cream is a much less viscous substance to whip than the
Hmm.
sugar syrup and gelatin, and would have been marshmallow back then, because as it cools, it thickens and gets harder. Not like
Hmm.
hard, but like more resistance as you're whipping. So I
Hmm.
honestly, I don't know how they did it. It was truly it was really fascinating to think about.
Yeah. I feel like everyone back in the day
Yeah.
was so much fitter than we are right now.
That's true.
And
You're right. And that was, I mean, they might have had something, but I was impressed.
uh, girls, same. I wonder if, you know what? I think I'm just gonna have to do more research on whisks.
Yeah, it's a fun read.
Historical research on whisks.
Maybe we'll do an episode on whisks. We could do an episode on kitchen utensils. I don't know if that, well, maybe, I don't know, maybe. I was going to say maybe not spoons, because I feel like spoons have always been around, but who knows? Read into it. But yes,
That's true.
whisks, machinery, kitchen utensils, all good stuff.
Sounds good to me. As you make, I'm just calling them mallows from now on. I'm still on
Mallows.
it.
Yeah, I
Still,
mean, people will know what you
still thinking
mean.
about it. Be like, hey, can you hand me those mallows?
I
Not those
think this is,
marshmallows.
yes, this feels like a hill to die on, and a
And on dying.
justifiable one. I don't think anyone will fault you. I think everyone will be on your side once they hear the story.
Oh,
They
I
unmarshed the mallow.
if they're not, I'm immediately questioning their morals, their ethics, and their brain power. All three of those things.
Yes.
Unacceptable. Tesla of the food world.
Yep. Well, it's been another wild ride, another fun episode of Where Are We Eating? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening to our second episode.
Thank y'all.
like and subscribe. Follow us on whatever media outlet, or not outlet, whatever platform you use to listen to
Yeah,
podcasts. We'll be there.
we'll be there when you don't
YouTube,
even want us to be.
Instagram. We will clog your phone with notifications to listen to us talk nonsense about things that do make sense, though.
Yes, I'm outside your house with a whisk right now.
Yes. Yep, she is. You better lock the door.
I'm gonna whisk
Yeah.
it up right now.
You need to lock the door because she does not have the forearm strength to actually whisk anything. So it'll embarrass her.
Absolutely none.
It'll ruin your ingredients. It's just you just need to avoid the whole situation. Just lock the door. Just keep her out.
We'll see if they can.
All right. They can. Again, the aforementioned lack of forearm strength will probably prevent you from entering.
Possible.
Thank you for listening. Tune in next time.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Awesome.
Okay, so can we play a quick game? I have a game prepared. It's called Am I Wearing Headphones?
Well, you can't see them. I don't see no headphones.
And if I'm wearing headphones, if you think I am, how big do you think they are? So if yes, how big, or just no is an option. I'll model them again.
I would hope extremely large. That's my hope. I hope that it's
Okay.
comedically large.
Well, you're right. I will reveal them now. Here are my giant.
Oh my god! It doesn't make sense.
Yes, it pay. And it's like there's nothing there. It's like there's nothing
Absolutely
there.
none.
You know?
That's amazing.
Ta-da!
You could
That's my
sneak
party
some
trick.
serious stuff
That's
through
my new
TSA.
trick.
Wonderful.
What was that?
I said you could sneak some
Huh?
you can sneak some serious stuff through TSA with that.
No, because if I normally wear my hair in a bun and they squeeze your bun. If
They
it's too
squeeze
big.
your bun?
Yeah. For that very reason.
As a woman whose ponytail is this size, I cannot imagine.
Yeah. Here, let's demonstrate the size of my bun. I won't really be able to hear you, but if we do this and then we do this, it's about that size.
Oh my gosh. And then if I do mine, it's that size. Where'd it go? They'd be asking if you're like carrying some major stuff in your hair, and they'd be asking me, do you have a needle for thread in your hair? Are you trying to carry that on a plane?
Is that the haystack we're supposed to be looking for? A needle in?
Yes.
Yeah, my hair, it has sound dampening capabilities. I cannot wear beanies with ear flaps or I will be functionally deaf. I have significantly poorer hearing when my hair is down than when it's up or behind my ears. So if I'm not responding to you and my hair is down, I probably just can't hear you.
Amazing.
It's interesting.
Absolutely amazing. Yeah. Really.
So thank you for tuning in to this episode. Not this episode. Thank you for tuning in to Am I Wearing Headphones? Kira was the winner. She will be going home with the prize. Have a good night.